Master Academy. Happy ED, happy ED. You are celebrating the ED. Activities are going on in your areas. See, this is a mosque here. This is a mosque. I think they're going to distribute food. Have a box out. Question Friday. Good morning, Abby. Talk about. We feel Konkamani. Okay. I think. Happy Eid, happy. I hope your Eid is okay. God blessed us with some rain yesterday night. I think Eid in the evening today, right? Yeah. That's why I'm also. Eid Mubarak Bashir, I hope ngainga temumpise ngamba bugamba Eid Mubarak manya jangu muchere. It is known for muchere. We used to have some Bachiga friends at school and they used to say oh mucheri, micheri. Then they could not say mucheri. They would say micheri. Morning Jonathan. I hope you're doing well. Yeah, today I'm better. Seko watoto abadde tutumfukidde otulo there is that kahil. I don't know if you guys can see it, where they get stones from. Karengera up there. I think that's where they get the block slates and they sell to us. Up there they have even those stones, you see. Let me try to zoom. I don't know if my zooming has refused to zoom. Good morning members. Question: Chiva kucho kwagala omuntu nga alinga atakuliko mazima n'omulekera message nga 10 ye naddamu kimu. I was even sleeping. Lwaki love ennuma nnyo. Aha. Emma webale kututandisa na question nnungi. That's a very good question. So Emma is asking, Chiva kuchi for someone to love another when that other person that you love doesn't love you the same, doesn't seem to love you the same. You send 10 messages, they reply to one, and they don't reply in the way you expected. They reply by saying, I was sleeping. That's an interesting one. I don't think I've been in that position in the last 10 years. I think I'm lucky, who knows. And I don't think I would ever be in that position again. Hi Gaetano, hi Adrian. Man, you know, today I'm helping someone from here, someone that was recommended by someone from here to look around to see if we can get a good Hilux double cabin today. So I had to go to town. Emma, you guys read Emma's question. tukkirize bino ebikubagana wano bigenda kuggwawo tugenda kudda ewali smooth. Mukkirize mu katono tubiyiteko. You see this place wendi wano enkuba bw'etonnya ey'amaanyi wafuladinga. Kati eno yabadde entono but still omwala gulaga gwagala kufuladinga. Happy Eid goes. Which rentals are better? Have singles or doubles? Okay, guys, there is another question here. Which rentals are better? Singles or doubles? Which ones are better for someone to invest in? There is a question here. Which rentals are better to invest in when someone wants to? Singles or doubles? So, and Emma also has asked you a question, guys. Chiva Kuchi, when you love someone, but they don't seem to love you back the same, you send them messages, like 10 loving messages, and they reply to the last one, and they are saying, they never did never say no, so they are not even polite about it. Love never. And I was saying that personally, I've not been in that position for more than actually 10. More than 10. That's how Musoga would say. Why are cars with EFI engine still overpriced? Spasso, Primo, especially. Okay, that's another question. So, guys, let's start answering questions one by one. The question by Emma, I personally would give my view and say, I think Emma, personally, from my view, I think what is disturbing is you're focusing on this person a lot. What you should do is focus somewhere else. Focus on other things. I've realized that it helps. It really helps for you to love yourself more than you love anyone else in the world. It doesn't matter whether it's your kids, it's your spouse, your parents. When I started loving myself more than anyone, things changed. Things changed for me. That's one thing I've learned. Emma, you can also read here. I think someone has answered. He's saying Emma has a problem. It looks like he has no options, no self-love. As a man, it doesn't make sense to text a woman and she doesn't reply and you still text. Why don't you go for women who have high interest in you? Thank you very much, Antonio. Emma, Antonio has answered here. Read that. And I quite agree with you, Antonio. However, where I disagree with you, we were to point Jogambe ya options. I find that sometimes options don't help. In a way, the heart wants what it wants. Omutima guno gwina gwe kusiima. Omutima gusobola okusiima a certain person. Nga ne bw'okola ki, ne bw'ofuna abalala 10 nga bakwagala, nga it may not work. Okitegeera, it may not work. So in a way, I find that options might not help. But I agree with you on the point of self-love, that that Emma should have self-love as a person. I find that it helps a lot. Find things that you love doing alone. Find things that make you appreciate the person you are as a person. When you get that kind of, when you start loving yourself more, and one way for you to express self-love is by doing the things you want for you and nobody else. Stop focusing on anyone else, not even your kids, not even before you love anyone else, because I've realized that, need to first of all learn that the day you die alone. And the people you loved and the people that loved you will love other people. There's a time I was at work for like 3 weeks. Aban was really young. I think it was about 2 years. And Ragnar was still like a very small baby. And I was away from them for 3 weeks. And Aban forgot that I was his dad. And he was calling me uncle. I don't know if you get what I'm saying. My own son started calling me uncle. My own son started calling me uncle. That period for me was very awakening. Of course, it hurt that my own son called me uncle, but it was awakening. I realized that it will not take a very long time for people to forget you. If you left, for example, you get the fact that you have to do a lot for people to keep remembering you, for people to keep considering you that special part in their life, for your kids to still consider you who you are. Which take it. Of course, Aban was really young. 3 weeks is alone without seeing his father. So it's ideal that, and I'm not the kind of person that calls literally all the time, calling to can I speak to my son? I'm not that kind of person. So it was, in a way, it's understandable that he can forget his dad, but it was also painful that he could forget me. Which take it. But for me, it was awakening time. 3 weeks and I was forgotten. So I started this journey of, okay, before I start expecting other people to love me, I've got to love myself. Which take it. And I started that mpora. And along the way, I realized, as long as you don't hurt anyone else, which take it, do the things that make you feel loved. Before anyone else does it for you, do those things for yourself. You will not expect anyone to text you back. You will not expect anyone to call you. You don't expect anyone to call you. And when you get to that level where you are not expecting anyone to love you better than you love yourself, you see, those texts will not really hurt you that much, and it will be easy for you to let go of a person that doesn't seem interested in you. And when you start self-love, even the people that are interested in you doubles. I found that women have that thing naturally. Women have self-love naturally. That's why you'll find a woman, the woman is single, okay, but very happy, and you come into her life, and then all of a sudden it seems like you're the one that is blowing her happiness, making her unhappy. You get, and it seems like she was happy without you, but then you came along, and when you came along, so self-love, Emma, will help you a lot. Even your options will double. About love, I can possibly say one. At times the world drives people crazy, most especially if the person you are in love with doesn't stay with you for surely. You can never relate what's going on in life. True. That's also something else. But I realized that self-love, we're doubling a man. You can easily let go. You can even the red flags are easy for you to spot and realize that, okay, now this is a red flag, I need to let go. Morning, Hanifa. Thanks, Mr. Karisa. Having options needs youth, young people. I don't want to play on women's hearts. That's why I need to be in one committed relationship at a time. That's why I focus on that one. Yeah, then Emma, if you cannot if you cannot have, if having options is not as comfortable for you, then I totally suggest that you try to practice self-love. I find that the internet has a lot of resources on this. Of course, it doesn't mean that when you love someone and they treat you badly, it doesn't hurt. Of course, it hurts, but then you have the option, and the option is you. Which take it. If nobody else, if the other person cannot love you as much, then you will love yourself. Which take it. Things like spending on yourself. Then you'll find hobbies. Which take it. Right? Then you find a place that you can put all that energy. The problem is embracing self-love. So he will learn to love himself and will end up doing the same action that he is complaining about. He will surely do to the other party. Just think about it. I actually don't think, I think that when you practice self-love, okay, the way I've been doing it, I find that when someone practices self-love, they do things for the people they love as well. But they also understand that these people can leave or stop feeling the same way about them at any moment. And when you start understanding that this can happen at any time, you are ready. You are ready. You have that that defense. You have that invisible wall. So I think that self-love practice the right way, you will never actually feel as bad as you would feel when rejected. Emma, I think you're too faithful to the wrong person. That's why you're hard, but try to cheat Katono on the other person. It will heal you. It doesn't actually heal. Gaetano, I think it doesn't heal. You're cheating on a person that you don't find, I think love, like the real kind of love, it makes you feel like the other person is perfect. Nganebo olagawa bali abalala bonna kati nfa abasajja abakazi abalala bonna. You can cheat, but you never really get fulfilled. Actually, when you cheat, you feel even worse. Which take it, I think that's the thing. That's why I think like self-love beats all of these things. Which take it, because with self-love you don't even feel the need to cheat. You don't even feel the need to have options. You can buy in your own world. Even cheating, if you cheat, if you're cheating on your own terms, you're cheating because it's what you want to do for you. You're not doing it because another person is hurting you, but you're doing it because, well, I want to do it. And if you do that, you know the consequences, and you know that, okay, if this happens and I'm left, well, it's a consequence. I don't know if I make sense. So I find that cheating, in a sense, to a point where that person is. Thanks for opening our brains. Last week, your brother was employed cheaply, lying that the owner had but the land belonged to the church. They wanted people to evacuate. Our broker. Oh, no. Kangende nyo kutoto somewhere. Lero kanchuseko, I'll take total today. Either a gift awaits for you. I'm now sharp. I made proper inspection. I found out that the man didn't want to lose. True. Everything needs money, eh? You'd rather have your cash, nozia no manya waziria. But you know what it means to lose money to a fake purchase. You buy land thinking kati nyonge de asset zange nenga uguze mpewo. That's something that you can never forget. Losing money, which take it. And you know they tell you that that there is no less on land, because that's something you knew from the beginning, that okay, but there is nothing to learn there, because there was so it's omuntu alina sente ze abamugaga okusinga alina ettaka. Ekyo tebakibalima nti ow'ettaka abamu okusinga alina sente. Kyobola nti abalina amataka bagatunda to get money. Exactly, kati 10 million nga zigendera awo. morning, Salmi. Just had a breakup after 4 years. Talked about marriage and she sighed out. Man, have options. I think it's best. You know, Henry, I think the problem with us men, we always ignore red flags. You know, by the time you talked about marriage and she sighed, the red flags were there like weeks, months before. The red flags could have been even there in the second year, but you continued ignoring the red flags. You continued to ignore. You probably thought that maybe she will change. You look at Fabasajja, we keep thinking if she's the right, if she's the woman. But and these sheikhs are not making. I see videos of sheikhs making rounds. The sheikh is telling him so mukazi go yagala simanya kuwe mirembe ngabo mtu nako simanya bichi. Those sheikhs are making men make mistakes. So you look at the woman and you think, oh, she's a pearl, and you don't want to lose her at any moment. So you start, you give up your all, and even when the red flags come, you start thinking that she will change, that a time will come and she will change, or that probably you will help her change, that by treating her nicely, she will realize that if she leaves you, she will lose. Let me tell you, a person that is wrong for you, a person that doesn't want you as much as you want them, that person will find someone else to want. It doesn't matter what you do. When you don't want a woman, it doesn't matter what she does. You're just not there. Good morning, Arthur. Emma, in the lake, there are very many fish. I request to avoid looking at a woman as one without substitute. Compose yourself, collect your pieces, and look for those who are interested. Thank you very much, Patrick. By the way, I just realized men love real and deep. Women don't. No, women are loyal to provisions. If a man provides, she stays. The moment she finds a person that she loves, you can provide. And when you stop providing like this, or when you tag conditions to your provision, like you, Henry, you were tagging the condition of marriage on your provision. That's why she sighed. But if your provision was not tagged to marriage, she would have stayed, and she would have stayed with the other guy as well, because she has another person. Emma is feeling when I was 13 years old. Emma is feeling is when I was 13 years old. I can never love like Emma anymore. Yeah, I think Emma. No, JK, I think Emma needs to category. JK, you are at a level where you don't care. Take to go back them bazungu. Or whatever how they love. Abazungu tebafa you. Abazungu. You can say let's break up and they say let's break up. What is for them? Love is kind of a feeling that comes and goes. We have not yet emancipated ourselves. Things like that. Things like that. Baba Zungu bali ku mirembe gyabwe. Omuzungu yewanye emirembe ate go babaddemu nnyo. Okay, as we continue to answer Emma's question, we also have another question here. Abdul Karim was asking which rentals are better when investing in. Are they singles or doubles? By singles, it means a single room. By doubles, it means 2 rooms. Which one should Abdul Karim invest in when he's investing in rentals? That's another question. If you can scroll up, you will see the question up there. And then along the way, Innocent also asked why cars with EFI engines are still overpriced past your Primo. Why are they overpriced? So we still have 2 questions up there. And if you have a question to ask, go ahead and ask that question. There is someone that called me from up country there. No. I was chatting with, yeah. He was calling me. I was chatting with this person on WhatsApp, I think. You know, I interface with so many people. And that person, Avugari Pajero, Yebaita Mugongo Gwambwa. And he was asking me which SUV he can buy that will give him peace. And I told him if he's looking at SUVs, he should buy this Kluger. but the Kluger doesn't have manual. He wanted manual. So if you're not going to buy the Kluger, then you'll buy the RAV4, which take gear. If you want manual, you can get a RAV4 that is manual in 2000, like 2000, those years. In 2004, I've not really seen a manual RAV4, but in 2001, 2002, 2000, you can see a manual RAV4. Then that's what you should buy. But then, if you want an SUV that will give you peace, the Kluger will give you peace. The RAV4 will give you peace. And these are literally zero maintenance. But buy the petrol versions. The Prado TX would give you peace, but Prado has the 1KZ engine. In the petrol, you can probably get the 2700cc petrol, might give you peace. Then there is a 3600cc petrol. It also has maintenance and it takes a lot of petrol. But the petrols will literally give you peace. You get. But you can imagine getting a 2700cc petrol. Doesn't really make sense. So you'd rather get the 2400cc Kluger and drive that one, or get the 2000cc RAV4 if you're looking for manual. Find a manual. Now it's very rare, by the way. I'm actually holding on to my Corolla because manual cars, people will look for them as antiques, and you will be seeing very high at very high prices. So that's why I'm holding on to my Corolla. Someone will come and give me 30 million one time because they have looked for a manual one and they can't find it. So I'm going to keep my car intact. Because the last time when we were looking for a manual RAV4, it was very hard to find a good one. People were giving us UAEs, UADs, and they are pricing them at 16, 17. Which take it. We were lucky to get the one that we got at. We bought it 14.5 years. We were lucky to get it, and it was in literally perfect condition, even with the AC working. So okay, we already got answers here. Singles are better because when a renter goes with your money, it's less, but doubles it's much, and singles are quickly taken than doubles. Thank you, Abdul. I think you saw this answer. I had skipped it. There is an answer telling you that singles are better to invest in because literally you get people to rent them faster than the doubles. And then let's first answer Abdul Karim's question, then we'll go to the other questions as well. Been looking, all rentals are good. Location is the ultimate decision driver. Thank you very much. I think both these answers are good. Abdul Karim, one answer was telling you that singles are better because people take them quickly. I find that that's also true. And then JK is telling you location is the driver. That if you're located around a campus like Moog and all that, singles will do very well for hostels. You'll get people to rent them very quickly because they are campuses and singles, which take it. But if you're in a residential area, singles may not do very well for you, which take it. Because a residential area, it's mostly married people that live there, mostly. That's which take it. And couples, I would say, couples and married people. Like in my estate, if you have to build rentals, singles will not do for you. Because in my estate, if people are living there, it's mostly couples, which take it, and so they even have kids. So doubles will definitely do better. I also find that people that rent singles easily run away with your money, because people that rent singles normally have nothing. They have a mattress, cups, plates. What else? Normally, not all the time, but normally the people that rent single rooms have literally nothing. So I remember when I lived in Makasangati, one of my neighbors had rentals, single rooms, very well built. Almost every 2 months he would have a Mupangisa run away. Because the Mupangisa, his things fit on the border. And he goes. Over they fit on a Karukun Mubibiri. Karukun Mubibiri is a car that would go in a place and people don't even focus that someone is going to shift. And the things that fit on the Karukun Mubibiri, there are things that can be put on the Karukun Mubibiri in like 10 minutes. Someone calls you Akugama, why Mpangisa waduka? And by the time you get there, the person has already left. Yeah. So Abdul Karim, people are answering you. I got a mobile grill and barbecue business, and I think I need a field vehicle, something. Okay. I think a Pro Box might do. Pro Box. If you don't have a very high budget, then you go G Touring, or you go Carib or Caldina. Because with those ones, you can even put a Katanda up there. Get a Kruger. You can even get a RAV4. You can even get a Fielder. You can even get, why I'm saying those, because they have bigger storage in the boot, even if you don't want to put Katanda up there. Yeah, so you can decide to go that way. Strong, has space, adaptable and maintainable. Pro Box, Fielder is all those cars, by the way, all Toyotas. That's why I stick to Toyota. All the Toyotas I speak over, very easy to maintain. Very easy to maintain. Teziwa buzibu. Brick is asking, how is the Pajero Vitama? Pajero Vitama is a good car, very comfortable, by the way. It's tempting to buy, but you need to remember it's a Mitsubishi. Most of the Mitsubishi cars, most of the Mitsubishi have one issue. They disturb, especially with the fuel system. The fuel system and wiring. Their engines and gearboxes rarely die, but the fuel system and the wiring is where the problem is. But also the resale value is very low. If you get to a time and you're probably tired of it, or you want to upgrade, chances are very high that you may not get someone to give you the good money, or you may make a loss. With those cars, the chances are higher for you to make a loss than for you to sell at your price or making profit. Yeah, but they are literally very good cars. And zinywamuko kumafuta na dare zenene zibitama. The Pajero IO doesn't take a lot of fuel, but still has a problem with wiring and fuel. But the Vitama, it's like it was sent to consume fuel. Someone also up there asked, Patrick is saying that even those in double rooms default and more frequently. They do, but a person in a double room has more things. So it's very hard for them to shift with the things. At least you have something to collect your money from. Which tell you that a person in a single room doesn't. A friend of mine has 14 doubles in Lunguja, 7 doubles in Lugazi and Entebbe Road, and 12 doubles in Kabowa. He uses a property manager and he has no problem. Yeah, that's the approach, JK, thank you. You could use the approach of having a property manager. Which they give you your money, for them they collect. Of course, they will take like a 10 to 20%, but I find that that's better than losing money. What are the common problems with Mark II Grand and Mark II Musota when both having beams? I find no problems with those cars. You literally have to change the ball joints every like 6 months at most. The ball joints will be the problem. A Musota doesn't have a single problem. Buy, go and inspect and buy. Teina Buzibu is just the ball joints, but if you change them on time, you'll have no problem. JK is saying that his friend gets paid his agreed money in the first 3 days of the month without fail. The property managers deal with tenants. I find that will also work for a person that is looking to venture into rentals. Been looking at a Scudo CRV, Visitor, Ipsum and Noah. Which do you recommend and price ranges? A Scudo CRV, those are SUVs. Both those cars you can buy. That those cars they can fail you. Of course they are comfortable. When they are moving, they have no problem. But when they decide to fail you, you will hate cars. You will say, maybe I'm not ready to buy a car, or I should not be driving. There are those cars that can fail, and you get to the extent of thinking, maybe I was not meant to drive a car. So Nuwa is the other car that would probably do what they give you, the ground clearance that the Escudo and CRV can give you, and on top of that it gives you more passenger space. So the Nuwa start at 15 million. That's both the old and new model. And then visitors start at 10 million. Ipsum can go lower, 6, 7. You can get a good Ipsum. Yeah, I think I've answered you. So now you're looking at this for your business. If you're looking for those cars for business, forget about the Scudo and the CRV. Forget about them. If your budget is low, let's stick to the Ipsum. If your budget is a little higher, go to the Vista. If it's even more high, go to the Noah. Yeah. Arthur, rentals nowadays pay months ahead, not a month you've slept in. It's rare for a renter to go with your money. It happens, it's 1 month and you're already aware what's coming. Yeah, probably because when someone comes to rent a house, they even give you security fee. So the security fee, when they fail to pay, you send them out. And the law changed, you can send them out in 30 days. Give them notice. Today I'm off to the bond to get a Fielder 2007 BH. How much do you think it's worth for a good clean one? Asking, I think ubara million sabiri nga mu munana. I think bara million nga abiri mu munana. Baranga abiri mu munana. Because the UBF, we got a UBF at 23 last year, but right now getting a good UBF at 23 would be a stretch. So I'm thinking between 25 to 28. 25 to 28. Yeah. What commercial vehicle can you recommend? Commercial vehicle for what? Brick. Commercial vehicle for what? You're going to do what? Arthur, what's the difference between Fielder and the Wish? The Fielder is, I think this is the capacity, seating capacity. The Wish has 7 passenger seats. I thought it was 6. I was told it's 7. The Fielder gives you only 4 passenger seats. Which again. Also, the Fielder has a version with the 1.5cc, the 1NZ engine. The Fielder, the smallest engine you can get in the Wish. The smallest engine you can get in the Wish is 1.8cc. You can also get a 2.0cc version in the Wish, but with the Fielder you can get 1.5, you can get 1.8, you can get 2, and 2 I think is the performance version of the Fielder. So that's tours and travel. You can get a drone, you can get a Chikege. Those are more affordable than the other Land Cruisers. You can get a Chikege, you can get a drone. And apparently you can get a drone at about 60 million in the bond. And if you import it yourself, you can even get it at 50. And my mechanic keeps telling me there is a drone that's petrol. It has the same engine with the Ronaldo. It's a better drone than all these diesel drones on the market. That if you can get the drone with petrol, it's even better. So if you're looking to buy one that is new, I would recommend that you import it yourself. You will save some money. Go to the trusted importers, get a trusted one, and then you import your own drone. Then then you personalize it for tours and travel. You'll get. Someone in Bakuli told me I can get it at 23 cash money. Should I trust them? It depends on how well you know that person. 23 million okufuna UBH Muganda one, because you need to understand that the Fielder right now is at about 38 million in the bond. Which together is at about 38. But also Bakuli is full of brokers. One thing you need to understand, that a broker is never your friend. A broker is looking to sell every day. The more cars he helps people sell, the more money he makes. What a broker is looking at is closing a sale. Chatajja kufaako, tajja kufaayo olemotoka ina chene sente zine kulya the future there. Yajja kubala. Yo kyabala kiri kimu. Ogifunye kwa 235 n'ozisaamu. Okitegera, because it's possible nti emotoka baji pricing at 23 nga bo kye babaze nti ebyokukola biyinza okulyako emiliyoni nga 4. they may have the same fielder UBH but priced at 28, the right price. You get but you can go and check it out. Go check it out Olabe. But just know that they can even have a UBF at 28. You get and then you'll ask yourself, why is a UBF at 28 and a UBH at 23? So the prices, I can tell you that the prices are not will never be constant. You get, the prices will never be constant. What happens is that the cars are priced looking at so many factors, like the condition of the car, the owner, who is selling, how much did they buy, because every car at Bakuli, if it's at Bakuli, I'm not saying it's at Bakuli, but every car at Bakuli is by a trader. So if a trader got the car cheaply, he will definitely sell it cheaply. But excuse me, even if the trader got it cheaply and it's in very good condition, they will not sell it cheaply. But that's from what I know in the market. It may not be the constant. It's possible that it's priced at that price. You can go and check it out in Olaba. Good morning, Asa. We still have a question up there that we have not answered. Why are cars with EFI engines like the Spacio and Primo overpriced? Innocent, personally, I think that they are overpriced because they are reliable. Those cars are too reliable to not overprice them. Like literally everyone that has a car, like a Spacio or a Primo, they want to buy a car that is as reliable as the car they've had. And that means they have to buy another car that is expensive. So and also the demand for those cars is still there. You can imagine we bought a Spacio at 9. But it was literally almost perfect. But I think it also depends on what time you put in to search for a car and how lucky you are. I find that when we are helping people buy cars, sometimes we are lucky. We have some bit of luck when we are looking for cars. That's why you find that we can get very, very good cars. My mechanic has told me to take some Total fuel. So today I'm going to go to a Total and fill my tank. And I see what he's saying, that normally he tells me that Total fuel is in the car for longer than Shell fuels. So I'm going to test the hypothesis today. Total. I think I'm going to go to the Total up there. Good morning, Arthur. Kindly compare Subaru Outback and Subaru Legacy touring wagon. Which one is better basing on reliability? And also recommend any good wagon estate car in Toyota. I think Dennis, all Subaru cars are literally the same. They share the same thing. They share everything. So I can tell you that Subaru with the same engines, Subaru with the same engines, they will be the same. If it's 2.0, the reliability will be the same, the maintenance will be the same, and literally everything will be the same. So you just buy what you want when you go to Subaru. If it's the same year, it will literally be the same thing. So with Subaru is not like Toyota, where you'll find that the Fielder and the Wish both have the same capacity, but they have different engines. Subaru, they literally just get the engine and put it here. They get the spares and put them there. So they are literally the same cars. The estate cars that you look Fielder definitely. Fielder right now is the car that that is selling like hot cake in Toyota. You can also think about a Wish. You can also think about why do I keep forgetting cars? There is the ISIS. There is a Vista. God, I keep forgetting cars. Yeah, but I think with Subarus you're safe, whichever you pick. You need a 4x4 drone for tours and travel. Otherwise, definitely he needs to buy a 4x4. I told him about 4x4s in Uganda. I was doing a project with Total, and we were going to some of those remote places, and even 4x4s were getting pulled by other stronger 4x4s, because even with 4x4s, a drone is not the strongest 4x4 you can get. I learned that those double cabins are stronger 4x4s than other 4x4s. So the double cabins would be pulling us literally all the time. Art King, Bambi, 400k is nothing compared to what Bakuli guys will cheat from you. If you said a moment to seem like I'm marketing myself, but normally the 400k is very little compared to what you will save if you just go with it's very little. But anyway, at King, I would recommend that you can go with a mechanic, but make sure you pay that mechanic. Mechanic abwatafuna sente bamulisa ojja kwesanga nga akasente kota muwadde bali bagenda mu emitwalo 5 ayiseewo. Besides era bwayisaawo nezo okukanika yagenda okuzirya era ajja kugamba ekyo saakiraba okitegeera naye ng'eri alidde 5. So make sure you take a mechanic and make sure you pay them. Probably give them money before you even set off. 4x4s are not created equally, definitely. That's what I realized when I was there. At sometimes even the skill of the driver. We were in a team, and you would see a drone that was not 4x4 going, and our drone which was 4x4 got stuck. Arthur, do you know any car dealing and deep? Okay, let me first go past these potholes. They are serious potholes, by the way. I'm still wondering how government officials look at these potholes and they do nothing. You guys saw the pothole exhibition on Twitter. It made some damage. That we even got threats from the minister in charge of communication. Arthur, do you know any car detailing and deep cleaning place in Kampala? One thing I can tell you that all these guys betete nkanya. That's one thing I can tell you. Bonnai bikwata yo bukwasi. There is one guy used to be in Nigeria, but what happened to them? He was Kenyan. He had like a drone where he had even his things, but they were not only deep cleaning cars, they were deep cleaning literally everything. But I think they closed over what happened. All the other guys were here. So what I would recommend actually is get DIY videos and buy the tools yourself and do little by little. What these detailing guys do, what I realized is boza wono laba. So if you can, just walk into any detailing place or invite them to come and clean the car from your home, so that they get all the seats out and everything they need to get out, and they do it from your home where you can actually see. So that nebo kuba kujireke kale ebera wakawuwo nawo olabako ewata tukudde nkusobola okwekwatiramu. That's what I would advise. Otherwise, Katishel is tempting me. This is cheaper by 10 shillings. Cheaper by 10 shillings. Naye bano balina kwenninya. These guys have tempted me. The 10 shillings when you're taking a full tank, the 10 shillings is like obang 12 zinywa sukali. 12 zigula kota ya sukali. Oina data. Detail Arthur, how is Subaru Forester 2008 in terms of maintenance? The maintenance is high. I don't want to lie to you. The maintenance is high. But Tolinyeko, techitambula. Awo. Kale, naye ngenda kuwa visa. User. Bana ibagai. Full tank over. Janoga juza unovugayo ka week. Oba weeks bonga bubiri. I think Subaru is taking over Toyotas in Uganda. I think the fact is Subaru buying a Subaru is cheap on the market, but also Subaru is a youth Moroka yaba vubuka. So I find that's why it's taking over. Abavubuka abagala Subaru banji atera n'okujigula, it's cheaper than Toyota. It might actually be the single problem why Subaru is taking over. Buying it is cheaper in the market. Buying a Subaru is cheap in the market, but maintenance we bakubira chobola abantu ebisere bimwe avuga Subaru nagivuga mu mwaka gumu bwamala ovuga Subaru omwaka nagivamu ate nadda mu Toyota. That's one thing I've realized. Okitegeera detailing businesses could work, but most people are not willing to pay the premium fee. That's definitely, I think that's why even that guy closed. Bali bakola bulungi nnyo nga boza naye munange ate nga bebali benali mmanya abasinga. Guys betetenkanya. Hello Arthur, tell me about Wish. I want to buy. Okay. Akwate n'ekisaanikira wano. I want to buy as my first car. The Wish is a very good car. Wish eyo naye bw'oba ogula, it depends on what you're going to use it for. If you're going to move ng'otambula bibyo wekka, gula 1.8cc over 1800cc like JK would say. If you're going to use the car for business, gula 2000cc because that will give you more power. Literally those Wishes are the same. Naye nga bw'oba emmotoka osuubira okugitikamu at any moment gula 2000cc. Arthur, minimum nsobola okufunira kibiina with good engine bala miliyoni 5 kibiina nga nnungi ejja kuba eyimiridde. Okitegeera bw'okka wansi awo ojja kuba ofuna kibiina ezitayimiridde bulungi. I thought Toyota bought Subaru. Are you sure? Ngenda ki researching and abe Peter. I don't think that's true. Did it? So guys, today is Question Friday. You can ask all the questions you have, and people here have experience. And then they will answer your questions. If I skipped your question, you tell me, I can go back and find it. It did, but most models people drive here are still poor. Hey, gakomi. Kali, tuliendera. Mwe, kafuta kamula babweka nyuma. Leta machine. Okalawa weka nyuma gago ngakwata nako. Jeke. Alan, mweba makanika bana. I used to follow this thing that what user tank and what user to them. It's dangerous. Now yeah, if there is someone from Shell watching my broadcast, mumpo ambassador bana nganywa Shell like since 2011 when I was driving my first Chivina. I've been taking Shell fuels. No lwalero embadde njagala okunywa ku Total. Mumpise nenywa amafuta nga saving anusu 10 zokka. 10 shillings. Then I decided against buying Total. Nenzijera ku Shell era wenywedde. Someone from Total mujje mumpe kasente. More about Chivina. Chivina moroka nunji. Chivina was I've driven like 4 Chivinas, I think, in my life. I've driven like 4 Chivinas. I've driven like 4 Chivinas. And zine moroka endala zonna zibagamba nti zimanye ennaku babalimba tezimanye ennaku 2 ne receipt ogenda gimpa eyo 42779 ebyo babagamba nti simanya moroka kizimanye ennaku nze navugako kibiina nengenda embarara nga temwalimu oil. When I came back we realized there was no oil. We just put topped up oil and wakana akayuza kana akange ke kaliwo.
Thank you.
Kali, thank you too. Kali obuwomi bwa full tank mu bulagi. But I find that it's very conveniencing. Olaba nywedde liita ana lina katono ana omusanvu zibadde 47 points the 48 ndowooza. You have your phone there. Okay. I find that fueling like this just gives you peace of mind. Sometimes I've seen people when their car just run out of fuel and they call the mechanic, and then the mechanic later tells them that mafuta gegabadde gaweddemu. Okitegeera, me I no longer want to go through those things. Olese mechanic omadde neza boda naye nga mafuta gaweddemu. I went through that bwe nali nga nkyali amacha. Noyita mechanic najja kyokka omuwadde eza boda ate nayo olina omuwaayo kasente. Olumu you bring the mechanic, he even unscrews things and then he says na yeah, emotoka ene erimu amafuta, when he has already like literally put the car apart. Emotoka erimu amafuta and then you realize amafuta temuli naleeta amafuta emotoka neyaka kinu. Okitegeera, and you have spent time, you have so I find that normally anybody that can fuel their car like that should always fuel their car like that. Okitegeera, it's very conveniencing. Ate nebino bye baba kuba empewo full tank tebagikuba mpewo, ekyo tebakulimba. Okitegeera, so if it's your car and you drive it alone, my mechanic normally tells me naye kubuziba ate emotoka ogisula mu kirabika, emotoka yebeera busy saawa bina. So I told him to pray for me mukama nsobozese ngule akamotoka akokubiri, because there are things that could have been solved easily by him, but because I'm moving in the car, like muli muno omuntu okubagana bwe muwulira they are fixable, but he says he needs to have the car nakola kamu kukamu, but then I can't give him my car because I'm moving in it all the time. Okitegeera. So but if you're driving the car yourself and you can fuel the full tank, and the full tank is not so expensive. Besides, it's not like when you put the fuel there, then someone will come and drink it. You're going to be driving that. Could it have AC? Chivina, you just repair it. Most Chivinas don't have AC. For you to get a Chivina that has AC, it will be about 7 or 8 million. Now, a Chivina at 7 or 8 million will be in new condition. I'm not saying new, but in new condition. Because by the time person prices a Chivina at 8 million, we know kubanga nebo jituramu ulianga atu demu wish. But all those cars have they are made with AC, but it's just that the Chivina has been on Ugandan roads for too long to still have AC. Nti ebisere imwe bayatomeramu wansa o pipe AC pipes nezikutuka, and also sometimes you'll find that this person wasn't feeding it, and when you're not using the AC, basically it dies. AC is like electronics. When you don't use electronics, they die. If I come without knowing any broker in any car, we can still get a car. Yes, we can. We can. Henry, most cars have AC, but since Ugandans have a perception that it affects consumption, AC is neglected to the extent of failure. Definitely. Edwin, Arthur, why people used to fear D4 engines and why are they quiet? D4 engines, I think Alan explained the D4 engine before I bring my layman thinking here. Olowooza Grand yange ejjula mmeka? Grand eyinza okujjula emitwalo nga 3 because it has a bigger tank. 3.5 ziyinza n'obutatuukayo by the way, because my tank ereka 50 liters I think. Oba nga teziwera naye kati ngeri gyenjini nyisiza kapembeni kyova olaba nti enywedde amafuta agawerako. But I think 350 erayika nnene nno. For me, if I'm not buying full tank, I first tell them to get in a jerry can to avoid the MPO. Or if it is kubala. But the Shell fuel pumps, the ones that have this new digital monitor, they cannot impower you. Those things reset the thing every time. They cannot. Just make sure you go to a modern Shell. They cannot impower you. So Arthur, what range of money should I have to buy a UBA wish? UBA currently, a good UBA I would actually 21, 22, a good one, eh? With the current prices. It can go lower depending on availability, who is selling, why they are selling. There are so many things that influence the prices of a car. So I would actually not concretize, but depending, looking at how we have been buying those cars, a car that is good and at that number plate, I would actually tell you to have about 20, 21. It can even go higher depending on the condition, who is selling, because there is buying a car. I'm going to calculate. I have put 47 at 624 kilometers in Balida Amao. They had them 47 liters salmi. So there is buying a car cheaply, and when you buy that car cheaply, you find that the windscreen is cracked. Okay, you find that the interior is trashed. You need 4 tires, you need 4 shock absorbers. Okay, and then later on you also realize that the engine needs replacement. You find that the gearbox was fixed. There are so many things that we look at when we are selecting a car for someone. For example, there are times that you're going to buy a car and we tell you that this car is better, but it has these things that you need to fix. And normally we do the math for you. You'll fix this, and this. Okay? Normally that's the math we do for you. And then you consider. And then we tell you that it's also this one, it's highly priced, or probably that you will not need to do this. You see this Kluger, it's IQAR, but it looks intact from where I stand. You can find someone buying a Kluger UBA at 18 million, and someone is buying this UAR at 16 million. You get? But you find that the person buying a UBA is buying problems, and the person buying this UAR is not buying problems. I don't know if you get what I'm saying. So the thing with number plates and car condition is not always a coloration. Number plates and car vehicle condition normally don't colorate. There are times it does colorate. That's now research or ulira kati jekaga naye musajja ono ngamba nyo oluzungu bulijjo nkorekitinga waaki ensobi alabika azikola azigendere oluzungu olulira. Vehicle condition and number plate normally don't colorate. They normally don't colorate. But when you're buying, just make sure you do inspection. Tomanya, there's a possibility you can get a BA at 18. Because yes, the one abatunda UBH at 16. Nenga condition chi. Because there's buying a kange chirunji cheina body. There's buying a kange chirunji cheina number plate. I don't know if I make sense. Yeah. So but UBA, yeah, I'd actually not okuja kungi number jagala nnyo. Normally I would not say get stuck on the number plates when you're buying a car. Okuja kongo jagala nnyo, and in those cases when you're stuck on the number plate, I'd actually recommend that boboso bode kunganya akasente ogende mu bond ogule moroka nga namba ngemoroka kwaje etandikidde, and nobody will tell you anything. Because a new wish in the bond is I think it's about 35 to 38. 38 I think right now, 2010, 38 and above. There are possibilities you can get it lower. So instead of buying a used wish at 20, buboli mu bedebede mwe nonya million endala 10 oba 12 ofune sente ezigule moroke ya bond okitegeera. Alan is explaining the D4 engine. D4 engines are not the worst, but like most engines, simply stick to outlets that with clean fuel to avoid premature complications. Thank you. Kugamba, the D4 is literally the same as the Pajero. The D4 engine is the same with the Pajero IO, Pajero Vitama. So if you don't want issues, just amafuta gagulenga atabwagula agake. Shell toto. Togula mafuta gana akumenya. But happy Eid, guys. I hope your Eid is going well. Happy Eid. Yeah. Kati mumpite ndi mu kibuga wano. Weyaga osoro kumutandura ku Rahim Foods nendi olusaniya. Nontekamu omusimbi. Bana Patrick, thank you very much. Patrick yampereza airtime yesterday. Muzayala byegulo nga ndola ku live nagamba omusajja ono kamuwiza sente za juice. Agende ye yagale. But abasawo without telling me, they gave it another name on the park. Of course, it dealt with my hiccup problem. I have not gotten the hiccup again. Hey, but I said, even yesterday the moment I went to my bedroom, I sumagili down the neighbor. So I think those guys, they gave me credit without telling me. Yeah. But if any of you has had hiccups, you will know what I mean. Hiccups can take away your peace. Hiccups can take away your peace. Sorry, obwongo bwange bugenze nga ndi mukulaba n'abadde bapangulira embaawo mu kkubo. Yeah, question Friday, guys. Ebibuuzo ebisembayo mubireete nga sinagenda geza kukola ku mirimu gy'abakama bange nga gwengenda okufunira double cabin tannajja. Today Eid, there are no cars in the parking lot. There is my car, waroka Suzuki akafiira wano, ne Prime ndala wali. If you guys think I'm lying, mbaga nti mugula Suzuki mulowooza mbalimba kaako. Kafiira awo. Obake bayita ka Suzuki biki? Kafiira awo. Mbaga emotoka ezimu muzeesonyiwe temwagala kumpuliriza. Yes, Arthur, can you get someone a car without them being around, and what would it cost to bring it for Poto? I can, but normally I don't recommend it. I recommend that you're there. You know, there's a situation that happened with my cousin. He wanted to buy a phone, but then he wanted to go to work up country very fast. And he could stay, by the way, and he could stay and pick the phone for himself. But he said, no, Onoga, I cannot do the motor. And I told him, no, it's better that you stay there and wait on that. If you find that the phone on the day, you can top up some money and get your own phone, a phone that is better, then you can do it, make the decision yourself. He stayed and he picked a very nice phone. So normally with cars, I can definitely help you, but I recommend that you come and be here. It will take it. Normally, my time is 1 day. 1 day you get a car and go back, but it can be done. All you need to do is pay for the car, pay for the pre-purchase inspection, pay the driver that is going to bring the car to you, and pay for the fuel. That's all. And of course, pay for the service, because that is a jivugaji at Fort Portal without service. So you also need to be there. Literally being here is even easier, because Mpozi, you'll have to pay someone to come and be there in your place. Or either a brother or a wife or someone. Normally the things they're going to choose is the comfort. That person is literally going to be you. I'm there for you, but there are things that I know are personal. Like looking at the interior, it's supposed to be a personal thing. Arthur might not take it as an issue. It's an issue. It can happen. I can help you choose. You can tell me what you focus on, what is important for you and what is not. And then I give the driver to bring the car to you. But you have to do service, you have to pay for fuel, you have to pay for the driver. Yeah. I have ever taken such drugs, but they make you weak. Man, I was weak. I was too weak yesterday. What I need to do when I am still smart. Okay, and Edrin, guys, is it healthy to marry when you are rich? Man, in Uganda, I recommend you marry when you're still broke. Because you're broke. The fact that you can actually watch this live broadcast, you're not broke. teri muntu nga ali broke nga asobola okulaba live broadcast eno era bw'oba dola broadcast eno ng'olowooza nti oli broke wejjeemu okyatetenkanya naye toli broke okitegeera. Yeah, so but I recommend that Adrian you marry now, not like the wedding. Gendo okyale olaze bwe papide nnyo omukazi simanya mbaga ogipapide ebiseera ebisinga most of the stories I've seen they don't end very well. So ko okyale olaze bw'omala kukyala be there for a number of years osooka olabe omulabe okitegeera nga mubeera mwenna because bw'omala okukyala you're legally allowed. Oba wene date y'okwanjula bw'omala oweerezeyo ebbaluwa obagamba omanyi kubanga okwanjula sikuwa ekintu ky'olina okupapira okwanjula olina okukola okwanjula nga kujja kuba memorable. Kayinza saagala kumala gakola kwanjula bwa mukyala wange njala nkola okwanjula akisi tuwumyeko ekyalo ekimu kitegeera ate saagala kuŋŋaanya ssente sigenda kukola meeting njala nkwata akasente kange kasse wali mugambi kati kwata ziizo gende wamu otegeke ndeete kinaki nina embigule mpita abantu bange abanamperekera amagaye mugimu mperekere kati jeke muyita okumperekera nga samusaba yadde 10 akwata obukadde 5 abumpe buwi okitegeera ekyo kinyuma nnyo nga tosabe bantu ssente ata wife taliiwo muveeko ate kiki bannange nze mukyala wange talina buzibu bannange mukyala wange mmanyi bulungi Kluger on fuel. Kluger is a 2400cc. But anyway, I recommend that you guys, mugende muchare, you go and do that first visit, and then be with your woman. Now I want to be with this person. You know how heartbreaking it is for you to realize that okay, this was the wrong person. And it's not only on our side. It also gives that person a chance to realize that okay, I think I can stomach all this guy's bad manners because we are not perfect. We all have bad manners. So the reason why I recommend go visit so that they know okay, our daughter is with this man. And then give yourselves time to study each other legally. So that when things don't work out, you don't say you don't have hard feelings. So that even this person agambo manyi Arthur tuzaule okitegeera. For me I find that it's a very good thing so that by the time you go for kwanjula, because kwanjula these days bokola okwanjula okuka wansi we million 2 obo kweseza sente entono nnyo. I know a friend of mine yakola okwanjula ngata kwetegekedde bamugamba bugambira kyo okola okukyala tukola okwanjula omulundi gumu, but even him he used about 15 okitegeera ngate yatwala ebintu bitono naye ngera sente walaba nti zaagenda. So these days bokola okwanjula okukanswe million 2 oba ate obaze nnyo ng'oyitiriza okitegeera. So ideally me I would recommend that my brother genda okyale bakutegeere nti muwala waffe ali wano okitegeera, then you handle her to the best of your ability, she will handle you to the best of your ability. Muberewo emyaka gyammwe egiwera nga bw'okuŋŋanya sente z'okwanjula nga nammwe bwe mwekulaakulanya, and then you can go and kwanjula okitegeera. There is a big difference between being poor and being broke. Please educate me on that. 2.4cc is 9 to 11 kilometers per liter. Adan when Uganda teziwera, when Uganda evegenda 7, adan when Uganda it's 7 kilometers per liter. How much have you spent on your full tank? I've spent 200 and let me see the receipt. I've spent 242,779 shillings and full to the brim. True. Being poor, you have accepted to stay in the poverty situation. Being broke is temporary. Being broke can take like an hour, right? I'm broke for like that hour. True. Chibina is 1.8cc. Being poor. That's true. Introduction needs time. The reason cars like Chibina don't die is because they have a cast iron block. Zinezafe zinachi. Aluminium. Alan, my one NZ has aluminium. Zile motoka baba. Chibina. Chibina is one car that I would tell anyone to buy if they don't have money. You don't have money for a lot of maintenance. But even my Corolla, my people, this Corolla here, sikiwana buwanyi. Nihene moroko jiraba njivugide mieze satu nga bubrechi buku bagana alani. Nga bwebazizikanga sinategira kizibu paka bwangamba guli omusumali. Adjustment pin. Wakaitachi. kana kamotoka kaleke. There is a time erafo guy yanesimba mu ne muwo omugere ngendo kalengera musaidi miranga kasimukinze nengamba ye nyino gula yingine. Yeah, but anyway guys, I have to kusibula. Tomorrow is when I will continue the conversation of Thursday when nabadenga ninga at midday. Tomorrow at 5:15 p.m. in the evening. Yeah, of course tomorrow. I don't think tomorrow I'll gym. Tomorrow I have work to do. Martha, Abby, Bashir Mukalazi, Sereko Jonathan, Emma, Adrian Mugerwa, Gaetano, Abdul Karim, Innocent, Antonio, Patrick, Albana yabantu bomu East tulina council waffe asikujali eyo tobeere eyo n'ogamba nti ate Samson, Chiyimba, Mansur, Hanifa naye bannanga abakazi lero nga temutuwadde magezi ku byalaavu. Emma abadde alina question abakazi mubadde naye temwogedde. Ojambo, Nisima Brick, Adriano Machado, JK Brick, At King, Alan, our mechanic, Mark BZ, Bali Kudembe Joseph, Peter Kasulani, Pasco Joseph, Salmin the farmer. Yeah. Guys, I do pre-purchase inspection. Chris Da Vinci, I do pre-purchase inspection when you're going to buy a car. I charge you a small fee, 400,000. I come with a mechanic. And our goal is to make sure that you get a car at literally wholesale price. And we make sure that you buy a car that is in perfect condition. With the price that we have, we make sure that you get a car that literally transfers a matter week. Transfer mwe yampo buzibu. Yali ya Hillary we twagula Vits. The person in the logbook is abroad. Abamtegerera bali Kampala. And when he was giving me the pin, his pin to get the transfer form, someone in Kampala told him, Nenga even him, he doesn't know how to get the transfer forms. Nenga no na mugana na manyi to transfer forms. Kugamba ne tusigaranga tuli in limbo. But the good thing is we know the car is not stolen. We know that this anytime we will get the transfer forms. So the Hillary's dad is a lawyer. So I think the lawyer, he's handling it the lawyer way. Boba manyi we bajira. Aluminium alloy. Yeah. Asa lero toguze bundazi abantu babuvude lero munai nabalese because it's Eid. So we are doing it tomorrow instead because tomorrow is not Eid. Kabagende babachaze ko baliye bawe yana jano bajja kunsulira bali sanga Eid. And kande obavudde lero tebaliyo. Today I'm working alone pause no gwengero funira ko Hilux. Ata talk about traffic lights in Kampala, so confusing. When the orange is blinking it means go, it's okay. We were confusing Wakanda was Okujako even the traffic guys that say go when it's red. Yeah, other than that, I think Okujako na ababitam. Kampala is in chaos. We don't have the rule of law. I think that's the issue. But guys, thank you very much. Even you guys that are in Kamoli, because Denmark, you guys are pagans. Denmark is a pagan country. I was watching this thing where I got my kid's name, Ragnarok. Vikings. You watch Vikings and you think to yourself, where were we when God was creating these strong human beings? Like for us, I'm going to look for a legend, for a Buganda legend, and I'll create a series out of it, like the Vikings. I'll create a TV show out of it. We don't have any. Like these guys, they spread their culture. And I think, of course, it's our role as artists to spread the culture. And, man, the Vikings, Happy Eid, Pasco. You guys are pagans, Denmark. You guys are pagans. In Uganda, orange means go faster. The red means immediate stop or continue. Yeah, actually, Gaetano, orange means duka, but then the red means if there is no traffic officer and you can go. That's what it means. The taxi guys actually, even when the red has been there for a minute, They look around. If there is no traffic officer there, or if they know that junction properly, the red means run. Go, 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 as long as you're not caught. Uganda is full of chaos, but I was watching the Vikings, JK. We need to create like a legend, a strong legend. I hear Kabalega was really that man, but we don't have any Munyoro artist that has gone to the depths of that legend. I'm going to start reading about books about legends in Uganda. Shaka Zulu is not ours. I mean, here in Uganda, we need to have a legend. The Bachwezi, which big Mchwezi guy can we talk about? And then we create a Chwezi legend. My bro says traffic rules are mere suggestions in Uganda. I know. They don't put for their suggestions. Kasuzuki kano kabadde wano omwezi mulamba oba kaafa kimukama kato nate kalabika bulungi Toyota ngerabika bulungi bweto kati senga bagigula dda ne bwe bayingi nimfu Chintu wasn't really that strong. I mean, Kayikuzi fought his battles for him. When Walumbe was disturbing him, Chintu ran to Kayikuzi. Probably we could create a legend around Kayikuzi. Study about Kabalega's resistance to colonialism. Arthur, how much can I get a good Ipsum in good condition? Ipsum is when you buy a million, is 7 million right now. 7 to 8, depending on a lot of other variables, but 7 to 8. Bazeketa. Man, I'm going to research those things. Of course, those things need a very big budget to produce, but I think that's one thing I should consider doing. Yeah, guys, kambasibu wadda bukabini ngatanna jangine beke emirimu gyenkola gye saasobodde kukola yesterday because nabadde nsumagira okitegeera. I'll see you tomorrow evening 5:15 p.m. Guys, continue recommending business on Wadabo Cabin. Someone from here recommended him to me. Simumanyi na ita manyi na yangamba. Arthur, someone give me your number that you can help me do this pre-purchase inspection. So I'm only waiting for him. I wish you a very nice day, guys. Mukama abateremu obwangu byonna byonna bye mu planning okola. See you tomorrow.